Record to cloud. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. We have a special guest, Paul Washington. He's going to be sharing with us his really unique way. He's basically the opposite of everything I say about Facebook, because I'm all about paying for leads and driving them to your website and converting, getting name, phone, email, which at the end of the day, that's what he's about as well. Only he has a really unique approach that he's going to share with us. So I guess he's going to play a video. And before you play the video, Paul, do you want to do a little intro on yourself? Just because
Yeah, my name is Paul Washington. I'm a digital marketer, a real estate agent, and I have a public Facebook group called the Social Media Marketing Lab, where I provide information on how to do social marketing for real estate agents on social media, specifically Facebook. And I put together this short video. It's 15 minutes long, but it's really informative. It's not just a theory video. It actually tells you step by step how to complete the process.
Cool. So yeah, we'll watch the video, and then if nobody has questions, because I know a lot of people are shy, I'll have questions, and we'll just go right onto Facebook and play around together.
Sounds good. Should I just start the video now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, agents. My name is Paul Washington. I'm the creator of the Social Media Marketing Lab, which is a public Facebook group that provides information to real estate agents on how to market their real estate businesses effectively using social media. And in this short video, I want to show you a simple yet effective strategy that you can use to literally convert your Facebook business page into a perpetual lead generation source using a simple strategy known as a sales funnel. Hope you enjoy. Okay, what I'd like to do before we move any further is show you this. This is a snapshot of my Facebook Ads Manager dashboard. This is where you go in to create your ads, maintain them, change them, modify them, whatever you need to do. And I just want to bring your attention to right now, I'm running 3 ads for this particular subject we're talking about today, but I want to bring your attention to a couple of things. And actually, let me update this just so you know these are accurate numbers. Today is March 13th. And I want to bring your attention to this column right here, where it says relevant score. Relevant score is a rating from 1 to 10 that estimates how well your target audience is responding to your ad. The score is shown after your ad receives more than 500 impressions. As it says, score of 1 to 10, 10 meaning the best, highest level rating you can get. And as you can see, of the 3 ads that I'm running, they all have a perfect 10 on relevant score. The second thing I want to show you is how much I'm spending per day. As you can see, I'm spending a grand total of $3 per day among 3 ads, so that's $1 per day. For that $1 each, I'm getting an average cost per result of 0.01 cents. That's the lowest cost you can get per result on Facebook. Now, that doesn't mean that these are leads, but it basically, as I'll explain to you, these are people that are now entering my pipeline that will become clients. And as you can see, over the last month, I've had well over 2,500 new people enter my sales funnel. So just want to let you know that I do have an understanding of how Facebook marketing works, and so what I want to do is show you how I do that. The first thing we should do is come together with a working definition of what is a sales funnel, and the definition that I like to use is this. A sales funnel is a phrase used to describe the process that a prospect goes through prior to becoming a paying client or customer. And to give you a visualization of what a sales funnel looks like, this is a picture that I typically use. But the easiest way to think about sales funnels is simply a way to turn a total stranger into a client in the process that you go through to do it. And for this demonstration, I'm going to apply it to Facebook marketing. Now, as far as why I started using a sales funnel strategy in my social media marketing is because when I first began trying to market on Facebook, I did what most people do, and that is I posted some ads and offered my services and, hope for the best, which is what I had done before in my offline marketing when I took out ads in local newspapers, magazines, cold called strangers, knocked on doors, and sent out postcards. And while it worked for a while, I soon began to see my numbers drop dramatically. I went from getting 10 leads a day to, lucky if I got 10 leads a week. So in other words, what used to work for me in my offline marketing was no longer effective in my online marketing. And if I wanted to continue marketing on Facebook, which by the way was dramatically cheaper than what I would normally spend on taking out ads or sending out postcards, and was much less stressful than cold calling and door knocking, I knew I had to do something different when it came to social media marketing. So I basically just took a step back and did some research and found out that the most successful people at social media marketing are known as social media influencers. And they're the people you hear about who have the 1 million Twitter followers or the 100,000 YouTube subscribers. And once I read the definition of what a social media influencer is, it all started to click with me and make sense, because the definition of a social media influencer is this. A social media influencer is a user on social media who has established credibility in a specific industry, has access to a large audience, and can persuade others by virtue of their authenticity and reach. Now, the two most important things to understand about that definition are establishes credibility in a specific industry and has access to a large audience. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply the social media influencer strategy in our sales funnel or through our sales funnel. And we're going to do exactly what the most successful social media personalities or social media influencers do when it comes to marketing online. And that is, we're going to first build an audience, then establish credibility with that audience, and then and only then offer our service. So in other words, we're going to take this funnel strategy and convert it into this, where we actually take time to build an audience. Now, keep in mind, this is much different than what agents normally do, which is this when it comes to Facebook marketing. They don't take audience build into account at all. And this is what the two funnels look like side by side. As you can see, the funnel on the right, that's the way that most real estate agents advertise on Facebook, where they don't take the time to actually build an audience and establish credibility. So in essence, what they do is just take their ads, post them on Facebook, show them to total strangers, and then when they get whoever responds to those ads with their contact information, they follow up with them and try to convert them into clients. Whereas the funnel on the left, that's the one that we're going to implement. And I'm going to show you how to implement today, where we're actually going to include that stage to build your audience up and establish credibility with them prior to offering you a good or your service, because that's the stage where you're going to build that not only credibility, but also the likability and the trust factor from the total strangers. So let's start with the actual building of the funnel. Now, as I mentioned before, the actual sales funnel is comprised of 4 separate and distinct stages, and each stage has its own unique purpose and activities that need to be performed. But what I'm showing you right now is that after all is said and done and everything is completed, your sales funnel is up and running and running on maximum capacity, you'll ultimately always have 4 different types of ads running in your Facebook marketing campaign. You always have a post engagement ad, you always have a page like ad, you'll always have a seller lead ad running, as well as a buyer lead generation ad running as well. So because each different type of ad has its unique place in each stage of the funnel. And so I'm going to go through each ad and how it applies to each separate stage. Now, at the very beginning of our sales funnel, stage 1, the first type of ad we're going to put up, it's called a post engagement ad. And the way a post engagement ad works is, unlike the ads that you may have run in the past on Facebook, where the goal is to get someone's contact information, for this, what we're doing is we're posting an ad to total strangers or cold audiences, and all we're really looking to get in return are reactions to the post, either a like, a comment, or a share. Because once someone likes, comments, or shares a post, then Facebook automatically takes notice of that, and they allow you to invite them to like your page. And so I'll explain to you that the type of content that you want to put on your page, something simple. It's definitely not going to be real estate related. It'd be something simple as a cat video. You're just hoping that people give you a reaction, because all we're trying to do is whatever area that you're marketing to, when you target it on Facebook, they'll give you a number of what your potential audience number will be. Now, that potential audience number is not the actual demographic population of that area. It's actually just the number of Facebook users in the area. So all we're trying to do with our post engagement ad is find out of those registered Facebook, our sales ads. But the reason why we're giving them a post engagement ad is because we want them to see our Facebook page name and our Facebook profile page in their news feed on a regular basis for non-sales related things, because we just don't want them to think of us totally or solely as salespeople. So again, the first type of ad we're going to do is what's known as a post engagement ad. The second type of ad that you're going to run in this initial stage, also a stage 1 ad, is called a page like ad. And in this type of ad, basically it's self-explanatory. in this ad, your goal is to actually get someone to like your page. You're actually going to ask someone to like your page. And again, you're marketing this to total strangers, cold audiences, and you're also going to start inviting people who responded to your post engagement ad, because sometimes when people respond to your post engagement ad, when they give a reaction of a like, a share, or a comment, then Facebook sends you a message asking you to invite them to like your page. So you're just going to click that button and invite them to like your page. And that's how you're going to build up your page likes. And the reason why you want to build up your page likes is because it's true. Page likes on a business page are like friends on a personal page, meaning when you send out a post on your personal page, it automatically gets distributed to all of your personal friends on Facebook. Same thing happens with a page like on a business page. When you do a post on your Facebook business page, Facebook automatically distributes it for free to your page like audience. That's what's called organic reach. Now, granted, it's not distributed to 100% of your page likes, but again, any free publicity is better than no free publicity. So that's why it's important to increase your page likes as much as possible. But the key thing is you only want to have people like your Facebook business page who can actually become clients, meaning this: you don't want other real estate agents or family and friends who live outside of your service area. So I have friends and family that, live in Texas, California, Illinois, you name it. But I purposely deleted them from my Facebook business page because since I do a lot of paid advertising on Facebook, I don't want Facebook wasting my money showing my ads to people who literally will never ever use my service, because one, I'm not licensed in those states. And another reason why I don't want other real estate agents on my page is because they'll never hire me to buy or sell real estate for them. So if you are worried about keeping those relationships, then simply just keep them all on your personal page as personal friends. If they want to send you a referral, they can pick up the phone, they can text you. But again, you don't want to waste money marketing to them. So try and keep them off of your page as page likes. Okay, now that we've completed the activities necessary for stage one, we've posted our post engagement ads, we've posted our page like ads. And again, those ads are going to continuously run every day, all day, 24 hours a day. So now that we have some people that have actually responded to those ads, it is now that we're going to start not only continuing to build that audience, but now we're going to start educating that audience and establishing credibility with that audience. And so now we're entering the stage two, where we're posting content to engage our audiences and establish credibility. And the type of content that we post is not always going to be about real estate. As a matter of fact, very, very, very little of it is going to be about real estate, and I'll explain to you why. Now, the reason why we're not going to post a lot of stuff on our Facebook business page about real estate is quite simple. People aren't on Facebook to talk about real estate. As a matter of fact, what you're looking at right now is a chart that shows the average topic that people, or the most popular topics that people like engaging about on Facebook. And as you can see, real estate is second to last, right above stocks and finance. So when you're looking for a way to engage an audience, you have to actually come up with engaging content, and talking about real estate won't engage people on Facebook. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're actually going to start posting our lead gen ads. So we've already posted our post engagement ads, our page like ads. We've started distributing content to the people who responded to those ads. And now we're actually going to start marketing to them for our service, because we've established credibility with them through our videos of our question and answer videos, as well as other things. They've also become accustomed to seeing our name and our face in their newsfeed for non-sales related issues. And so that level of trust of not being sold to is already, more familiar with, and that is the actual posting of buyer and seller lead gen ads. Again, this is a stage 3 activity, and the only difference is, instead of doing the posting of the ads to total strangers like you're used to, we're only going to show our buyer and seller lead gen ads to our targeted audience of page likes and page engagers. We're not going to show those ads to total strangers. Okay, that's the biggest difference between the old sales funnel way of doing it, or the old way of doing it, in the current sales funnel way of doing it is that we're going to be acting like the social media influencers, the people who actually are profitable and use social media to market their goods and services. They only show their ads or only ask people to purchase their goods and services who they've already established credibility with. We're going to do the exact same thing. So again, the lead generation phase is a stage 3 activity where we're posting our buyer and seller ads, but unlike before, we're only going to be showing these ads to our audiences of page likes and post engagers. So now we're getting near to the end of our funnel, and now we're going to be doing a stage 4 activity, which is the lead follow-up phase. And again, this is probably something that you're already accustomed to doing, where all we're doing is we're following up with the people who responded to our buyer and seller ads. So we're contacting our warm audience responders to our lead gen ads, either through automation, if you have an automated email follow-up, or if you use Facebook Messenger, you can use Facebook Messenger chatbot, or you can do it manually. Just pick up the phone, dial your contacts, or send them an email. But the biggest difference between the sales funnel way and the other way that I used to do business is because now I actually get a lot of inbound calls. And by inbound calls, I mean, when I show my buyer and seller ads to people, I actually get people calling me asking for my help, as opposed to me calling them and trying to sell them on why they should do business with me. So again, this is one of the huge differences between the sales funnel process and the cold audience always targeting process. You'll actually start getting inbound calls from people asking you if you can help them. Okay, so now we're finally at the end of our sales funnel. We're at the last stage of stage 4, which is the client acquisition phase. And really all we're doing in this part of the funnel is just meeting with people. We're scheduling listing appointments with sellers and scheduling appointments with buyers to meet and sign contracts. And so again, because of the relationship and the credibility that you've built in the earlier stages, these meetings are going to be, a lot more comfortable, a lot more fun for you, because the people that you're going to be meeting with already have a sense of who you are. They treat you like a professional, not as a salesperson, and your closing ratios will go much higher. Most of the agents that I work with, report closing ratios, north of 60 to 70%. So again, it may seem like a long process, but again, anything worth having does take time, but once it starts, it never stops. Because we've set those ads up in the beginning, those post engagement and page like ads of new people, you always have fresh people coming into your funnel, and they'll go through the same process that everyone else does, and you'll get the same results, because again, you're doing nothing more than making people aware that you know what you're talking about, they know who you are, and when you finally meet, it's going to be a much easier meeting to have. And so that's basically it. If you would like to add the social media sales funnel strategy as an addition to whatever other marketing you're doing for your real estate business and would like me to assist you, I do have a private Facebook group that offers guidance on how to do it by providing you with ad copy, targeting information, content for your business page, as well as weekly training sessions that keep you up to date on any changes and updates regarding marketing a real estate business with social media. If you want more information on how to join the group and ask any questions you may have, you can send me an email at my personal email address at paulwashington2001@gmail.com, and I'll send you a link to schedule a convenient time that we can speak with each other. So once again, thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope you found it informative.
That's cool. We can leave your email up there on the screen. So I made a couple notes.
Okay.
Of all the people that like your page, I wouldn't kick them. Can't you, when you run your ad, just exclude people that live outside that area?
Well, yes, you can. But again, the way that I usually explain it, or what I tell most of the agents that I work with, is if you have a business page set up, because what's going to happen is as you get bigger and bigger, you're going to get tired of trying to always target people out. But also you have to realize that some real estate agents don't list themselves as real estate agents on Facebook. And so if you know that they're a real estate agent, I automatically just take them off. But usually what I do when I set up a new account for a person, I just say, look, let's just start fresh. Counsel people on is to not use the term real estate in your Facebook business page. Because again, like he's talked about things on Facebook. So when you say your name, you say real estate, or a company like Century 21 or Keller Williams or something like that, it automatically, it doesn't turn people off, but it automatically triggers something that, oh, this person is trying to sell me something. So I usually say, instead of, like, if you're in Omaha, Nebraska, so instead of saying Paul Washington, my real estate company name or my team name, I would just say Omaha life homes and lifestyles, because again, because we're going to be providing information other than just real estate. Why would you want to have real estate in the name? Because again, you're automatically going to turn people off or have people assume different things.
So, and I noticed you mentioned like not posting real estate stuff when you're trying to get the likes and comments and engagement. And you referenced just posting like a regular picture of a cat. Wouldn't a real estate agent, wouldn't they be able to leverage things like local hobbies and local vendors and grand openings and
of course
events?
You definitely want to you definitely want to have that local. I always say you should be able to post anything on your Facebook business page, anything, any topic, anything that you wouldn't be afraid of your boss, your wife, or a potential client seeing. So nothing's off limits. Obviously, you want to steer clear of politics and religion and race and stuff like that. But yeah, you definitely want to keep local as much as possible. You literally want to. I don't know if people have know the term or heard the marketer Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
But he literally has a term for this. It's called becoming the digital mayor of your town, and that's all I'm trying to do with the sales funnel process.
Right. No, I dig that. So I like the idea. Video is really powerful now in today's digital world. Like, you really got to be pushing video. And so if I was a real estate agent, which I am, I would go to all of the local vendors in my local area. Like, I would go to the yoga studio and I would do a quick little 5-minute video of like who, what, where, when, why, how. So who are you? What's this all about? How do people get involved? Why would they like it? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. And then, so before you run that video, you could run a video or a post about something to do with yoga in that area, and then get all the people liking and commenting. And then from there, then you do the video ad of you in this interview of you in the yoga studio. And now that you've got the engagement, it's kind of like building a list, because Facebook is going to track all the people that like and comment, and it kind of lumps them into a category so that the next ad you run, only those people like your ad. I don't know if some people may have missed that part when they watch that, because I know they get overwhelmed with information, but that's right. The gist of it. What we're doing is we're building an audience of people that have either liked, commented, or shared, or watched a specific amount of time on our videos. And between those 4 things, we then run an ad targeting just those people that we know already like, comment, and share our stuff. And so that's when it makes it easier for you to build that rapport. And then that's when you hit them. I think a cool topic that you could do an ad to get buyer-seller conversions would be like a nosy neighbor report. So we do that with our database. We'll call our database up and say, hey, we got this cool new tool that will show you all of the activity in your area. So you can watch the new listings, the prices, you can see all the renovations that people did, and the interior design. And it's like a way for you to window shop. And it's not a lot of spam mail, because it's only listings that hit your street. So would you want to get on that? And a lot of people are like, yeah, that sounds cool. They get to just do it for free. So then I could make a video of me explaining that to people, and then run that just in my city of the people that have liked, commented, or shared on any of my previous.
Exactly. Well, I think that, the simplest video that I tell agents to make is just simply make a list of 52 questions, real estate related questions, and then just get the question and the answer, and then take out your phone or get in front of your laptop, and then once a week, videotape yourself asking and answering that question, and send that out as a post-engagement ad.
So some people are questioning the fact, because they're saying they have to label and address that they're a real estate agent. So all Paul said was the page name. It can be your name, but you don't have to have your whole name, license number, real estate agent at APC Realty. You don't have to have that in the title. You have to have it on your business page, and you have to have it on any ads that you run. Exactly. And all you're doing is you can name your page anything else, but in your description or the about section of your business page, that's where you're going to list. I mean, you're not going to hide the fact that you're a real estate agent. You're just not going to use it to advertise. Once people come onto your page, they're going to say, "Hi, my name is Paul Washington. I'm a licensed real estate agent," and blah blah blah. And I'm putting this page to celebrate the people, places, and things that make this area so great to live and work in. So, so you're not hiding the fact that you're a real estate agent. You're just not broadcasting it to total strangers. Right. And it's just not the name of the page. It's on your ads, like in the fine print, you'd have that. Like we're not telling you not to post that. Hey, can you hop on to close this video and hop on to Facebook and, I don't know, just take a peek around? Like, I love the idea of, I'm going to start doing this because I'm totally missing the middle part where I'm just advertising to get engagements. I just purely advertise to get leads. Well, and I know there's a benefit to what you're saying for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, the cool thing is that once you kind of like get, following on Facebook, people are going to start recognizing you. Oh, you're the, because again, you're only targeting the local community, and so after a while, someone's going to run into you and say, "Oh, I know you. You're the Facebook real estate guy or the Facebook real estate woman." But more importantly, is you can start running ads because they kind of have a sense of who you are and what you're talking about. You can actually run referral ads. Like, do you know anyone who's looking to buy or sell?
And oh, hold on, sounds like somebody's hacking up here. Let me mute that. So there's still some chat going on here about the posting that you're a real estate agent. When you guys run an ad, there's a text where you can add a description. Put in there that you're a real estate agent. Put by law. We're not telling you not to disclose who and what you are. We're just saying that the photo itself isn't plastered. In this example, he's not plastering that it's real estate. I'm not.
Well, see, here's the thing: is that the way that I look at this. Can you hear me?
Yep.
The way that I look at this as intellectual property. Meaning, if I work for XYZ real estate company, and they go out of business tomorrow, and should I, that my business is gone, because if I only brand myself as an agent of XYZ company, when XYZ company goes out of business, then I'm out of luck. So that's why I said you want to brand something outside of just the word real estate, because you want to create your own intellectual property that if you become your own broker, or you want to leave a team, or you want to create your new team, this thing doesn't have to change whatsoever.
Exactly. So just to be clear, so when you guys run your ads, there's a description of the ad right in there. Put all your real estate information. We're just saying that the name of the business page doesn't have to be Dan Wood, ABC Realty. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, the easiest thing that I say is, try it both ways. If you think that broadcasting that you're a real estate agent, I'm literally telling you this as a labor of love, that I've tested it, and non-branded pages to total strangers act better. And then once you get people into your pipeline, obviously, they're going to know you're a real estate agent, because they're going to be listening to and looking at your videos where you're talking about buying and selling real estate.
So you post generic stuff just to get likes, comments, and shares. What are the more real estate themed ones that work? Because I know people are going to get too confused when you say posting about a cat. So like,
no. Like I said, whatever type of real estate stuff that you're posting now. If you get, market reports, you can push that out. But like I said, the best thing that I like to do is encourage people to video themselves, taking a tour of a neighborhood. You can do a post of your listing, but again, or do a post of a tour of a certain part of a town that you like, or that you want to offer a listing in, but you really want to just brand yourself as a knowledgeable real estate authority in your local service area. So anything that has to do with real estate, you can post. The key thing is that you're not just posting real estate stuff for real estate's sake. You're posting real estate stuff to brand your authority as a real estate personality.
Mm-hmm. I think a fun post would be to do a generic post with a golf course, for example, with the title saying, "Who would love to live on the back of a golf course?" And then you run an ad just targeting people in your city who like golf. Clearly, those are strangers that are going to be probably or you could even say tag a friend who would live on the back of a golf course with you.
Yeah, like that. Or whatever. You can't tag someone for golf anymore.
Now what you're doing is you're getting the likes, you're getting the comments because you're telling them to tag. Now that you've got all these people in your city that like golf, then you could start running other ads targeting them about the property. So I love the idea of taking a specific niche, because like you said, on that chart of what people like to engage in, real estate is the second last.
Yeah.
I didn't even see what the third last, but I'd probably laugh out loud at whatever was beating us, because real estate to me is like a fun thing. So I'm surprised it's second on the bottom.
Because it's Facebook. If you were on Zillow, it'd be number one. But again, you have to look at why people are on Facebook, and no one's on Facebook to purchase anything, let alone a house. So literally any type of sales marketing we do is what's known as interruption marketing. People are on there because they want to catch up with their friends and family, you know, and boom, in the middle of all that, you show an ad.
So there's a question at the beginning. Jason says he might have missed something. How is it generic if the ad, because they're advertising on their business page, will have his name? The part that you missed, Jason, is that he's saying that the first step of his funnel isn't advertising to get your house values and isn't advertising to look at property. His first post is just to get engagement with people in your area.
Right.
And he's not hiding the fact that he's a real estate agent. He just gave one tip that kind of got blown up a little about if you're starting from scratch, just don't put the brokerage name in the title. You can still put the brokerage name in the description of the ad itself.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I mean, if by law in the state, you know, some states mandate that you have to include it in your advertising. Yeah, you just do that in the about section of your page. You're not disclosing that you're a real estate agent. It's just that, again, you're just trying to have people comfortable seeing your Facebook business page name and your face in their newsfeed on a regular basis for non-sales related issues, so that when you actually are in the sales mode, offering a sales ad, that they're much more willing to click on it because you're non-threatening. They've seen your ads before. They've interacted with your page. They've liked your videos. They've read your content. So you're not a total stranger to them anymore.
I love it. So I'm actually going to make a funnel for people on a future phone call to like make it crystal clear. Because right now we're kind of talking theory and people get too hung up on whatever.
Yeah, right.
So, but the idea is brilliant. Like I'm going to do it for me, for my business, because before I say I want to target real estate managers to buy into my program, normally I would just do an ad directly to a landing page and get their lead. But now what I'm going to start doing is giving away free content and just targeting them so that they like it and share it. I'll say tag a friend who would get a lot out of this article or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then run an ad targeting all the people that engaged with the content.
Yeah, I mean, I started that page, Social Media Marketing Lab, on November 11th of 2018, from scratch. And as of today, I think I have like 1,400 page likes, all real estate agents. And all I do is I just post, for the most part, I just post cartoons and videos talking about real estate, like funny real estate cartoons. And in between, I put stuff about my sales funnel. And then if they want to join my private group, I just tell them you can join it. I'll, walk you through the process, answer any questions you have. And, it's real, it's only $47 a month. So it's not even a big, cash flow outlay.
Do you run an ad or do you do a boosted post? Do you post it on your page first and then boost it for engagement?
No. I run everything. I don't do any boosted posts. I just run everything through my, through the ads manager. But again, that's another thing that I didn't put into the ad. The reason why I'm able to, do those posts for $1 a day is I don't do lead conversion ads. I only do post engagement ads. And when people talk about, well, with the post engagement ad, you're not getting their contact information. Well, yeah, you are, because you can put, if you have a landing page or a chat bot, you can put a link to your landing page or your bot in your ad copy of your post engagement ad. So basically, I'm saying to myself, why should I pay Facebook 5 times more to deliver the same content or the same ad to the same people? I'd rather spend $1 getting my message out than $5 with the exact same ad copy.
And so have you ever tried just doing the post on the page and then boosting it for engagement? Because to me, it'd be better to keep those likes, comments, and shares on the page. But for you, when you stop,
what do you mean? What do you mean? No. See, that's the thing, is that I never stopped running my ad. Like the same post engagement ad that I started on November 11th, I still run. I'm not. I'll only do that after I get ad fatigue, and I'll see that my costs are starting. Right now, I'm at 1 cent, so I can't get any lower. But if it starts creeping up to like 5 or 6 cents, I'm like, well, you know what? That's called ad fatigue. Maybe people are tired of seeing it, so let me switch something out. But
Right. Crazy. See, you're the total opposite of everything. It's always just like go to Facebook Ad Manager, run an ad targeting buyers and sellers and get the leads. I really do like the idea of creating this, the funnel of the people that like, comment, and share, and then running an ad to those people, because the cost of running Facebook form ads is obviously more money.
Right.
And so at least this way, you're only targeting with people that you know already engage with your stuff.
And only because then you don't, you only have to target people who live in a certain area. You don't. I mean, there's so much. I just try and keep it simple. Some people say in order to get buyer leads, you have to get people traveling in the area or recently in the area. And I say, well, I just want people who live in the area, because if you live in this area, you fall into one or two categories. You either own a house or you rent an apartment. So there are my buyers and sellers right there. So my goal, if I have 20,000 people in my potential audience on Facebook in the zip codes that I target, my goal, as long as I plan to stay in business, is to end up with 20,000 page likes. So until I get 20,000 page likes, my work is not done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I've never been the type to pay for likes. So like, I don't even care about likes on my business page. However, I'm starting to care about the followers on Instagram, because once you hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, then you can actually start using links. So in your Instagram story, if I post something, I could say, hey, swipe up, and it will link them to my landing page. Whereas right now, I can't do that because I don't have 10,000 people.
Right.
So all my seminars in the past, I've always said, like, don't pay for likes. It's a vanity metric. Like, it doesn't matter. However, with the way you're stacking the funnel, it actually makes a lot of sense. So there's both ways to do this. Some people are going to totally hit this out of the park and love it. And then other people are going to get so confused and hung up on the little.
Right. I always say it's either a thing that you either get it immediately or you never will get it, because it's, a lot of the things that people have been, a lot of ways that people thought about Facebook in the past doesn't work anymore. And so, especially with the targeting being so dramatically different, you really, are letting the algorithm, do all the targeting for you. So the only thing you can really do is put out great content, but you want to make sure that your content is seen by the right people. And when you do pay for it, you want to make sure that your money's not wasted. And that's why I said the thing about not having family members outside of your service area or other real estate agents as a page like. But again, you want to have page likes because, again, organic reach is free. And so when you post something, it goes out to them for free.
There's a good question. It says, so stage one could be boosting a post about gardening. So that's a good example.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So can you run down just off the top of your head what that funnel would look like? So from stage one, you would post a picture of like an amazing garden, and then you would say, what would you say?
Usually with the first stage post engagement, I'm actually asking a question.
Okay.
I'd show like 4 really ugly kitchens. Like I'd crop a photo of 4 really, whacked out places, whacked out kitchens or houses or whatever. And I would just say, hey, Charlotte, North Carolina, of these houses, which is the ugliest kitchen, A, B, C, or D?
Right. Okay.
Just ask a question.
You could do that with the gardening too.
The reaction.
So,
yeah, of course. But again, you want a direct question because you want some kind of direct answer. And then another trick that I use is I always use video in my ads, like I told you before, because even if they don't engage with my post, they'll automatically get added to my video view custom audience. So I can always retarget them. So again, I want people always seeing the same people constantly seeing my page name in their newsfeed.
So the picture of the 4 ugly kitchens, it's not just a static picture, it's a video of a picture.
It looks like a static picture if you looked at it, but if you put your mouse over it, I showed you how to do that before. You can see that you see the progress bar. And then another thing, I always put music behind all my videos, because as you know, on cell phones, when you scroll through your newsfeed, unless you turn off the setting, all videos automatically play. So basically, when my post goes in someone's newsfeed on their phone, the music alerts them, so they have to look at my ad just if they want to turn the music off.
What tool do you use to turn a picture into a video? I already know a bunch that I would use, but what do you use?
I just use like the Filmora Wondershare. It's $59 lifetime license.
Okay.
And
all right, cool.
So it's real simple stuff. I mean, again, I'm not trying to overthink the process. It's basically, understanding how Facebook works, and that, people aren't on Facebook to buy a house. And so you actually have to approach them on their level. You can't force them to say, hey, who's looking to buy a house? No one's looking to buy a house on Facebook. And again, you know, if they wanted that immediate gratification for buying a house, they'd be on a different website. They'd be on Zillow. They'd be on Craigslist even. They'd be on Google, you know, looking for a real estate agent. But basically, because they're on Facebook, all we're trying to do is they're going to be potential home buyers and sellers. Maybe it be next week, maybe it be next year. But either way, you want to get them into your sales funnel, into your pipeline, into your, you know, world, so that when they do think of you or they do think about buying or selling, you're already way ahead of anyone else as far as being top of mind, because they've been engaged with your content for so long that why would they even want to call anyone else?
I'm just writing this down because I'm totally going to do this where it's a video of a picture. So I love the idea because then you can say anybody who's watched X number of seconds of my video. So that's step one, is just to get people to comment. So you ask them a direct question: what do you like better, A, B, or C? And it could be a picture of a garden, it could be a picture of whatever.
Who makes who makes the best pizza in Chicago?
Okay,
but, you know,
right. And
you know, something simple. You know, don't overthink it.
So what's step number two after you've got all these people that liked or commented on it?
Once you think of it as like a a cascading waterfall, where you have this huge bucket of water, and then you tip it over until one drop comes out at a time to a smaller bucket. So you don't want to start running you're in the beginning you're running both post engagement and page like ads. Okay, and so then you're really not going to start doing any. And again, in your content, you're telling people that you're a real estate agent. So if they want to buy or sell a property, they can call you. And you can, again, in your videos, when you're doing your question and answer things, at the end of your video, you can put your tagline, your phone number, your name, your email address, whatever, So you're always advertising. It's just you're not paying.
Right.
So you're not, paying. You're just not doing it the traditional way that people are used to. You're always in their face asking them to buy something. It's just that you're not really paying Facebook for it until you have a big enough audience and they've consumed enough content to where they feel that they trust you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then number two, or was that number two?
No, that's stage one, and stage two is distributing the right type of content. Okay. And then after you get enough people in your pipeline, that's when you start doing your post ad, because you can't, that's when you start running your post engage, your lead gen ads. But again, you're not running them through the regular lead gen Facebook ad type. You're actually still doing a post engagement ad, but you're just putting a link. I personally use Facebook Messenger bots. You just put a link to your bot, or you can actually create or put a link to your landing page. If you're relying on landing pages to get contact information. But again, with Facebook, the way that I'm doing it, you really already have their contact information, because when they like your page, you have access to where they live, and all this other stuff. You don't have their phone number. And that's where, again, using things like Facebook Messenger, to do your lead gen ads. Because when you actually ask them to push a button or to join your bot, it automatically populates with their name, phone number, and email address. You don't even have to ask for it.
Yeah, when a person likes a business page, you can actually automate a message to go directly to them.
Exactly. So again, it's like just.
What's your real estate call to action? So on step 3, when you're doing your lead gen ads, what ones, like by default, if you're like, okay, reset, I'm going to run an ad for lead gen, what's the call to action? Is it house values, buyer alerts, investing?
I don't do any investing. I usually do home valuations have been good, but I do it by zip code, and I say, and here's again why Facebook Messenger bots are really helpful, is that if I do a home value assessment ad, they'll click on it, but then they'll automatically get a message in their Facebook Messenger inbox asking them what the purpose of the valuation is for. Is it for a tax assessment? Is it for thinking about selling, thinking about refinancing? And then depending upon which way they want to go, what answer they give, I ask them another set of pre-programmed questions. So I'm really pre-qualifying people in like 20 seconds, whereas with email, it would take me like 2 or 3 weeks going back and forth and getting information.
Do you use the default Messenger bot thing, or do you?
No, I use ManyChat. ManyChat. Yeah, it's $10 a month. You know, you don't.
So MANYCHAT.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually going to do a whole session just on ManyChat for people that are interested, because it's a really cool tool. It allows you to fully automate things.
Right.
I'm a fan and I'm not a fan. Sometimes automation makes you look like a big dummy. So what we do is we just keep it real simple, and they know it's automated. And then it's actually a win-win. It works really good. So that's cool that you use ManyChat. I actually signed up just to play around so I could learn it before I taught it. And now I'm going to use ManyChat in conjunction, because I totally see the value in this 4-funnel process for sure. But a lot of agents, I think, it might go over their head, which is unfortunate.
Well, see, it's all. I think the easiest way to think of it is like, you know, planting a tree. You know, you just don't wake up and there's an orange tree in your backyard. You have to plant a seed, and you have to fertilize it, and it has to grow. But once it grows, as long as you keep fertilizing it and keep on watering it, you know, each year you'll get new oranges. So, you know, unlike the way most people buy their oranges, they go to the grocery store and pay someone as opposed to grow their own. Of course, everyone can't grow their own oranges. But as far as leads, instead of paying for leads, grow your own leads. Use this type of sales funnel, and you're basically always never going to run out of leads, because as long as let's just say your market gets saturated, then go to another market. You know,
I got a question. How do you know at step 3 when you have a big enough audience to start targeting just them? Is there a number count somewhere in Facebook dashboard where it's like, you've got this number?
Well, you can't. It's really. I think you can't do custom audiences with less than 1,000 views.
Right.
So, you know, as far as, and that's really another barometer that I go for is when I use videos, I am able to see how many people have viewed my videos. And when I say viewed my videos, it's not like they sat down and actually took time and watched it, just that it went through their news feed. So once that number hits 1,000, then I'm going to start, you know, sending out my lead gen ads, because again, I only want to show my lead gen ads to active Facebook users. So
can you log into the back end of Facebook to show like where an agent would find that number?
Well, first of all, you have to have a business manager account. You can't do custom audiences on just a personal account. So unless you have a personal account, but I'll show you anyway. Can you see my screen?
I can. For the easy people watching, you just click the create button in the title. So it's create and then ads. Unless you're going to.
Well, I'm going to ads manager, and then you hit audiences.
So for people that don't know how to get there, just Google search Facebook ad manager, and it'll be the first result. You click on that, and it'll take you into the back end. There's a lot of ways to get to it. Just Google search it, and it'll take you right there.
Yeah, but you can't do. They switched that. So here's my my dashboard. So you hit all tools, and then you're gonna get another screen.
It's really blurry.
Well, no, it didn't come out yet. There it is. And see right here where it says audiences. Can you see that?
Oh man, we're totally guessing. I'll keep recording. Yeah, it is crazy blurry.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's not you. I don't know what.
But anyway, so it all. As soon as it shows up. But this is where it tells me how many people have viewed my post. All right, can you see this?
No.
No.
I think, yeah, it's all good. No, you know what? Don't worry about this. People are going to get lost because it's literally not even legible.
Okay.
So that's fine. When I do the ManyChat thing, I'm going to do a whole funnel just like this. So I'll show people where to get to this part. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do a course on ManyChat. So I'll send you a copy of it when I finish it. And basically all it's going to be is just, you know, because there's so many things you can use a bot for, but basically all I do is I'm going to make 4 different ads, or what they're called in bot, they're called sequences. And it's basically like the scripts that you tell the bot to ask people.
Yep.
So I'm just going to do one for a home seller, home buyer, open house. And I forgot what the other one is, but it's something like 4 or 6 things. So literally all you have to do is just plug it into your Facebook Messenger, and you can run your ads through that. So that when they click on your ad, instead of just taking them to Facebook Messenger and having a conversation with them.
Right. Cool. Yeah, no, definitely want to see that. So awesome. Okay, so pull up that screenshot that you had with your email or whatever, so that people can reach out if they want to join your free Facebook group. And Yeah, there. See, that's not blurry.
That's
it's
funny.
Weird. So it's coming through the internet. So because we're streaming on your computer, we can see your computer totally crystal clear. There's something happening when you're looking at a web browser. So, all right, everybody, thank you for hanging out.
Thanks, guys.
We're coming to an end here, so I'll wrap up, get a video out to everybody of this, and then I love the idea, and I'm totally going to implement this.
Yeah, if they have any questions, just email me. I mean, I'd be more than happy to explain everything, because again, it's almost, I mean, Facebook marketing is so much cheaper and much more effective than a lot of the stuff that people normally do. And, you know, paying for leads is, you know, outdated, and, you know, those leads aren't, you know, they're not, what do you call it? They're not unique to you. I mean, some of them have been, you know, sent out to 4 or 5 different agents.
Right. Yeah. No, I get it. I'm still going to do both, because I still know Facebook lead gen ads do work. However, there's always a time and place. And I totally see the time and place for doing this stacking, where before I never cared about likes on my page at all. Like, I was almost proud that it was a low number because I didn't care about it. And because all I cared about was name, phone number, and email.
Right.
However, I totally am going to take this approach for reaching out to my managers that I'm trying to attract, the influencers. And I want to go baby steps.
Yeah, I always tell people, just use this as like another quiver in your arrow, you know, arrow in your quiver, or whatever, however it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not meant to replace anything. Just use it as an addition to what you're doing. You know, you can't go wrong with more leads.
Right. Exactly. Cool.
And again, because you're only spending $1 a day, I mean, it's really economical as well.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank you for putting the time together to do that video for us, and also answering any questions. So everyone, I'll get the recording and we'll post on Monday the next date, time, and topic. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Danny.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Yep.
See you guys. Hey, if you want to close more real estate transactions, get more buyer leads, and get more seller leads, click this button right here. It'll take you to our real estate group coaching page. Also, if you like this video and want more, you can subscribe by pressing this, or you can check out some of my past videos here. Enjoy!